Crown Zenith has been out just over a week now. We're going to take a look how the market has reacted to this product from the singles to the sealed product and to see if this set has lived up to the big hype before release. Let's jump into it. Alright guys, so Crown Zenith has been released. I've opened up a ton of product of it already, from ETBs to collection boxes and a bunch of packs with you guys on the stream, and I'm not gonna lie, it's great fun to open. One of the most exciting sets, to be honest, just crack into. The pull rates are really good so far. We've had some pretty decent pulls, not like loads of the real big top ends, but we just have a ton of hits across the board, and the cards are gorgeous, but that doesn't always make the set. Now this set seems to be selling out pretty well upon release, even though there's a ton of product around. So how has the market really reacted a week or so after the release of Crown Zenith? Well, today we're going to be taking a look at TCG Player to give us an idea of what's really been going on. First off, we have the Elite Trainer box. Now, not everything has been released for Crown Zenith yet. We've just had the ETB and a couple of collection boxes. That's it. You still got mini tins, other big tins. You've got all those different products coming out later in, down the line in March and April, and some even in May. So this set's, going to be released further down the line. You got the Pokemon Center ETB as well. Let's take a look at the normal ETB. Now on TCG Player, actually has been going up, which is pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. So let's take a look at this. So it did come out around $50. $50 is roughly around the retail price. Over here in the UK, it's the same, £50. Can get a little bit cheaper, but you're looking around £50, right? Over here, you're looking at $59. Actually been bouncing up. There is a ton of this product around. It's not exactly difficult to get hold of, especially here in the UK. Local game stores still got quite a few going around. Online stores have got quite a lot going around. Places being able to back order it all over the show. So there's a ton. There's a ton of it around. Let's take a look. It has dropped. Came out and everyone's like, yeah, we got a lot of stock. It's going to be quite cheap. You're looking around 45. And then people started to buy it and more and cracking more. And, getting a bit, getting the hype, getting excited. With good reason, obviously. And it has caused the price of the product to actually go up. And normal single boosters have gone up as well. But overall, across the board, Crown Zenith has been rising after the release. And again, it's only been a week. That is pretty crazy. We don't normally get that. If you look at Pokemon Go and even Shining Fates, any of these other specialist sets, they just drop. Right, they come out at $50 and then they start to drop to 45 to 40, sometimes even 35. But nah, Crown Zenith, other direction. Now, the single card prices, some of them have dropped, which is to be expected. Whenever a set gets released, expect the card prices to drop. However, there have been a bunch which have kind of gone the opposite. They've actually gone up, and quite a bit, and we'll take a look at those in just a moment. Now, one of the big cards coming into Crown Zenith was the Pikachu Secret Rare. Now this is like the biggest card in the non-Galarian Gallery slot, so this is like in the main set, as it were, and it was pre-hyped. Let's take a look at this. Look at the price of this, guys. Look at this. We'll go back when it came out. It was about $100. That's proper hype prices. And then it was released and people started saying, oh, hang on a minute, this is actually getting a little bit more easier to pull than, originally expected. I know that there were some people that were doing the pre-order prices of this around that $100, sometimes even more than $100, saying this could be one of the most expensive cards in the set. Not true at all. We're looking at $35, and I think that's going to drop even more. The more and more of this product gets open, I wouldn't be surprised if we can see this to be a $20 to $30 card down the line. This is a beautiful card, absolutely stunning. I would love one. I would love to have one in my collection, but we can't deny that it's easier to pull. It's very similar to like the Golden Mew in Celebrations, where it's like the big secret card in the main set, and then you got the classic collection as the subset. Well, in this, the Galarian Gallery has the biggest cards, and the Pikachu's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice card, but I expect it to sit around $20 to $30. Further down the line. Okay, onto the Galarian Gallery set. We're going to start off with Mew. Now, a lot of the normal Galarian Gallery cards have been dropping in price. They're really easy to get hold of. They're sitting around, $2, $3. Not really worth much, right? And it has jumped in price. Look at this, guys. Sitting around $4. It's pretty much where most of them are sitting. In fact, even less. Now, this is sitting at around $13. It did go up to $16 at one point. And this is getting harder and harder to find. I haven't pulled one yet. This is a really nice card, one of my favorite cards in the set. It is just absolutely stunning, and I think a lot of people do really rate it as well. There's a lot of stuff in the gallery subset which are just dropping in price. They really, really are, and it's to be expected. They're really easy to pull, similar to trainer gallery cards. You know, they're a couple of dollars each. They're not exactly expensive. And that's the same in the Glaring Gallery. However, there are some big cards. This is one of them. Big climb up for Crown Zenith upon release. Will it stay where it is? We'll have to wait and see. I'll probably see this card settling at around $10. Then we have some other big cards in the set. Leafeon V-Star. Love this card. Pulled it live on stream. Really nice card. And it's sitting around $46 right now, which is pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say that's bad. It's definitely not bad. And it did drop after release. And it's kind of bouncing back a little bit, you know. It did get a low of around $38 and now it's going up to around $46, $47. Now again, any card, you know, I would say above $40 is pretty strong going, especially for a new set, and especially a card that's bouncing back after the release. You know, we don't normally see that, and it's great to see cards do that. Now this isn't exactly easy to pull by any means, but it is a gorgeous card and it's holding its own. Then we have the Glaceon V-Star, similar to the Leafeon. This one is kind of bouncing back just a little bit, not a huge amount, but you know, it did drop to around $30, sitting around $36 right now. Not quite as strong as the Leafeon, but again, Glaceon, tough card to pull, gorgeous looking card. It looks stunning in my opinion. But yeah, it's holding strong, you know, not quite the $40 mark, but it is bouncing back. Again, don't see it that often with, you know, new sets. It was nice to see that, and Crown Zenith is proving, you know, to everyone that it's going to be a really strong contender moving forward. Okay, going into the legendary doggos right now, we have Entei. Now this is a gorgeous looking card, and again, it's another card with a bounce back. You know, it kind of had this big drop when it first came out, $20, and you know, a few days later it's sitting quite steady at around 27, 28. Again, big hitter card. There's, you know, the whole cycle of them. We got Raikou and Suicune as well to show you in a minute. These cards aren't easy to pull. Glaring Gallery, it's a big collection of cards. Makes it a lot more difficult to get those real top hitters. Now, at the moment, pull rates are, you know, affecting the card prices. Some things are easier to pull than others, and we're starting to see the harder cards to pull start rising in value. So it'd be quite interesting to see where they settle. Then we have the Raikou up next. Again, another card sitting around $30. It did drop, but it's kind of been pretty steady. You know, I expect cards to drop. But the fact is, you know, I usually expect them to keep dropping. I think this and the Entei, all three of them, and the Suicune are going to be great cards, you know, big cards in the set moving forward. Over here in the UK, I've seen this sell for a bit less. Some people sell it for about £15, which is actually pretty cheap. Overall, this is a gorgeous looking card and not an easy one to pull. And then we have the Suicune, which is the biggest one out of the three, sitting at around $40 right now, and it's been pretty stable with its price, you know, sitting around $40. I expect this card actually to go up even more compared to the other two. I wouldn't be surprised down the line we can see this breaking $50. I do feel like, you know, it is kind of a fan favorite. The artwork is just absolutely amazing. One of my chase cards in the set. Really nice. Then we have the full art Irida. Now in the Japanese set, we know it's the most expensive card in the set. Japanese female trainers, they do exceptionally well, and you know, as a rule, we kind of feel like this card would do well as well, but not quite that good. So it did come out around $55 and it's sitting around $26, $27 right now. I expect this card to drop even more, probably sit around $20. Now, full art trainers don't do as well when it comes to English. But, you know, a few exceptions. Marnie is one. You know, Serena tends to be a good one as well. Cynthia is another good one. But, you know, Irida's doing okay. You know, sitting at around $26, $27. That's pretty strong for a full art trainer. And but like I said, I do feel like this is going to drop, probably sell around $20. May go up a little bit more in the long run, but we have to see. Right, on to the gold cards. Now we come to the big heavy hitters right now. There's a whole cycle of these, 4 of these: Palkia, Dialga, Arceus, and Giratina. So we have Palkia right now, and it has bounced. This is what I'm talking about. This is what the, you know, setting the set out strong. Big chase cards rebounding after release is a fantastic sign. So this card did drop around $60 and it's sitting around $71, $72 right now. Very strong, you know, very good, and to have a few cards over that $50 price tag for the long haul is very good. Now, very few sets have had big cards that bounce back upon release. Lost Origin with the Giratina and the Aerodactyl. We had the Machamp from Astral Radiance, but apart from that, most other sets don't really do that. Like Lugia from Silver Tempest has dropped. It hasn't continued to drop since release. We've seen it with the Old Charizard and Brilliant Stars. So, you know, this is pretty good going. You know, week in, you know, just over a week in, and we're already seeing these cards spike and bounce back hard, which is very strong. Next, we have the Dialga, similar to the Palkia. However, this has done the opposite. This has actually came out a lot higher, around 85, but it's still sitting around strong. Similar value, you know, around that $70 mark. Still strong. You know, anything above 50 is really good. Do I see this dropping? I kind of feel like this is going to hold quite strong alongside the Palkia. I don't see it dropping below 50 in my opinion. These are not easy to pull, guys. They are quite tough. You know, you're going to be opening up a lot of booster packs, a lot of ETBs to get one of these. But they are gorgeous. If you have them, if you see them, you hold them, they are absolutely amazing. And then we have a non-gold card, which is the Mewtwo V-Star. Now, this is interesting. The artwork is absolutely crazy. It's fighting the Charizard. If you remember, Charizard was fighting the Mewtwo in one of the Charizard UPC promos. And this is actually bounced back. This came out originally as the most expensive card in the set. And it was around $80. Everything else was less. That's how crazy it was, right? Then it started to peak, and it was around 100. Now we're looking around 106. So, yeah, I would say 106, 110. Very strong card. Very strong. Will it maintain its price point at around $100? I think it might drop a little bit, but I think it'll be sitting around close to $100. Very strong. Very strong for a card in this set upon release to bounce back around $20. Very, very good. I do feel like this card is going to be one of the biggest cards in the long run. The artwork is absolutely crazy. People going crazy over this card, and to be fair, with good reason. Right, missing out on the top spot with the big high climber, we have Arceus V-Star right now. Now this is getting pretty mad, I'm not gonna lie. So this came out at around $75, and look, bang, 120 and climbing. Big card, big money card right now. Now we actually pulled this live on stream. It is absolutely gorgeous card. This is a big heavy hitter, and it's not easy to pull. It really isn't easy to pull. We opened up quite a few packs before we saw our first gold card. I think maybe we opened maybe 60 packs. You're looking around, 6 ETBs, to hit this gold, and it is absolutely crazy. Really nice looking card. $120 though, that is high. Coming out at around 75, jump that high upon release, a week later, and going strong. I could see this card maintaining its second spot. However, number one did, smash out of the park. And number one is the Giratina V-Star. Now, this was my pick for the most expensive card of the set going into the set. Now, I thought Pikachu was going to be up there, but it kind of didn't. This is a tough card to pull. Let's take a look at this. It came out around 85, quite similar to the Arceus, but however, a lot higher, around $170 odd right now. It's no alt art. It's no Giratina alt art from Lost Origin, which is the better, more valuable card and tougher to pull. Looks like the pull rates of this card is not as crazily difficult as, other sets alt arts. However, doesn't take away from how amazing this card is and how valuable this card is. Could it reach $200? Absolutely. I mean, for it to bounce that high, more than double its value a week after release is incredible. Honestly, it's absolutely incredible. So I think this card will stay as the most expensive card in the set, above 150, in between 150 200 for the time being. We have to wait and see. It's going to be quite hard to maintain its price with that much product being open. So there you have it, guys. That is kind of where the market's at the moment with Crown Zenith. I love this set. I think it's very strong, and I do feel like it's a set moving forward that it will be a great one to collect for the long haul. I'm kind of comparing it to Hidden Fates back in the Sun and Moon era that finished off the Sun and Moon era. Very strong holiday specialty set. This is going to be the same for the Sword and Shield era. Very strong, great to pick up for the long haul. But right now, it's a great product to just crack open. I would highly suggest you guys just crack open this set because it is so much fun right now. And there is a ton of product around. Don't forget, this is going to have a 4 to 5 month release window. I'm not talking waves. I'm not talking reprints. I'm talking just new product still being released over 4 months. Crazy. There's going to be a ton of this product around. Card prices might drop over time. We have to wait and see, although there's some really big, heavy climbers right now. Absolutely mental. If you made it this far into the video, guys, and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe for more Pokemon content. And let me know down in the comments, guys, what is your favorite card from Crown Zenith? I'm not going to lie. I have to admit, I really do like that Suicune. And I love that Mew. That Mew is just absolutely stunning. If you want to see me open some Crown Zenith collection boxes, then make sure to click on this video right here. And make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content. Anyway, guys, that's it from me in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, you guys are legends. I'll see you all in the next one.